the destination of your path is completely up to you, and you are accountable for everything that happens in your life.
And he's here. He is here. Cristiano has entered the building. Welcome, wherever you are, to the Old Trafford Theatre.
Yes, guys, welcome back to Sculpted. Today, we are with Val again. If you haven't heard, Val is the new co-host for Sculpted. And today, we will be getting to know Val. So, I have 3 main questions for Val today. And he's going to be answering them. So, the first question that I've got for Val. Val, what are your morals and what do you stand for?
Okay, first of all, I'm very excited about this new opportunity to work together with Nick and Charlie to bring and provide some golden nuggets for you guys. So, what are my morals in life? I would consider myself being a very straightforward person and very transparent. So, everything I do in my day-to-day basis is for to continue my... Wait a second, I need to think about that question. Yeah. That's a good question. What are my morals? I would consider my 3 morals to be passion. I'm very passionate in everything I do. Transparency, so being open, being transparent with what I do. And my 3rd moral, commitment.
Awesome. And as this is something that I believe in quite strongly, is having 3 things that you, I guess, stand for, and 3 things that you can identify with on a daily basis. And this helps with all areas of life, with confidence, dealing with opinions, staying true to yourself. These are all 3 very valuable things in your life that you will be impacted by your morals and your self-belief. So, Val, I want you now to give 3 examples of how you act on your morals every single day.
Yeah, so going back to my passionate moral aspect, currently I'm a professional footballer in Greece's 2nd division, and I am a CEO of my first business in that sense. These are 2 things I am very passionate about and very grateful for being able to do at such a young age. I'm very lucky that I can pursue 2 goals or ambitions of myself, and which I like, which I'm passionate about, and which I want to sculpt every single day. In terms of my moral, in terms of my transparency moral, I believe in the factor of treating everyone around you like you want to be treated. So the character perspective, that you are open with other ones, that you are open with people, that you trust them, and those are the things. Yeah.
Okay. I think, yeah, it's great, as I was saying, to stick by the things that you identify with. And in Sculpted, and the message that we kind of preach at Sculpted, it stems around all of these things where the solution isn't external things, it comes from within. And a main theme, as I've been saying, is it is dependent on how you portray yourself, how you live your life out daily with excellence, essentially. And Val, he's saying that he goes day to day, living out his life through these 3 things. And if anyone believes otherwise, if anyone says otherwise, if anyone counteracts those beliefs that he has and he prides himself in daily, he will know through action and through himself. For example, the 3 actions that he gave that align with his morals. That's evidence that he is those 3 things. Now, if anyone else wants to come and say that he isn't, he actually has evidence for this, and this builds a strong belief in oneself, which is what Vale is showing right now. And this is something that everyone, I believe, should have. They should have an understanding of who they are, because it's such an important thing, because everyone's got an opinion, right? And everyone should have an opinion. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. I've got an opinion of Val. He's got an opinion of me. you've all got opinions of me speaking right now, right? What I can control is my perception of myself, which ultimately should transcend to your perception of me, right? So if I try and show my professionalism, dedication, and effort to you guys, I hope that you see that, right? And this is something that, as I'm saying, is very, very important. Now, Val, that being said, right, is this something you specifically have worked on?
Yes, I would also add on what Nick just said about being true to yourself. I think the most important aspect is you need to be honest with yourself of what you can achieve and what not. But first of all, you are the one who has the opportunity to dream. You can dream as big as you want, but you always should stay true to yourself and be thinking about what you're capable of. And in the end, who takes action in your life? Is it someone else or is it yourself? So I would always start off with yourself, thinking about yourself, maybe taking a hard turn or hard look at yourself and being vulnerable towards yourself, to being honest.
Yeah, I think that's, you raise a good point there, Val, with self-accountability. And I guess the destination of your path is completely up to you, and you are accountable for everything that happens in your life. And that being said, that puts us into my last question for you, Val. So we've got your morals, and then what do you do every single day to act on those morals? And my last question for you, Val, is it's basically accountability, right? So for you, how have you taken accountability in your life to dictate where you want to go? Now, Val is a CEO, a professional footballer, and also a great guy, right? So these three things they're not given to you, right? This comes through accountability. It comes through dictation of every single action that Val takes, right? So Val, if you're able to quickly think of some areas where you've taken accountability for your actions, for your vision, for your goals, and if you tell us just one example of maybe something that's really, really influenced your life and how you took accountability for that.
Yeah, I think first of all, holding yourself accountable is very hard because in the end, it's you against you. You trying to fight yourself in terms of maybe going for that instant gratification of maybe negative effects or something. But having someone hold you accountable. For example, currently I'm holding a friend accountable who's going through his own little mission. And I would consider myself having someone take me accountable, my coach, therapist in that sense. I work with him on a monthly basis. We talk about life. I want to not only physically improve myself, but also hold me accountable mentally. And we have set up measurements for him to hold me accountable. And going back to the accountability factor, I think how I hold myself accountable on a daily basis is, for example, always falling forward. It's a term I've used and picked up in the recent months. Falling forward, I associate with learning from your mistakes. I actually like making mistakes, because ultimately I've learned more by doing mistakes in my business or in my football career than when I was winning, because ultimately we have two choices. Either we learn something or we win. But when winning or while winning, we don't learn anything. The most valuable lessons I've learned learned when I had some downs, or when I had some failures, or when I was losing.
Yeah, I think that the thing that I hear you talking about there is you are better off for making those mistakes than if you didn't make those mistakes, which is something, again, that I've spoken about in a previous episode. And I think that it's very, very important, because in life, humans are not perfect. You will make a mistake, right? Some more than others. But I believe, right, if you make so many mistakes early in your life that are not too costly at the time, and if you're able to learn from them and develop and take that self-accountability that I was talking about there, you are better off for making those mistakes than if you weren't, because you know what's right and wrong now, Some people who don't make those mistakes, they don't know what's right and wrong. They're in the middle, right? Something I've also said about myself, I'm very black and white. People like to stay in the middle, which is grey. And those people might not succeed. They might be comfortable with not making mistakes. They might be comfortable just living a mediocre life. But what Val is saying, and taking accountability for himself, he's saying that he wants to fail so that he's better off for making those mistakes, which is very, very important for anyone who wants to improve as a person.
I also believe that you can determine a person's character by seeing how they react or how they deal with losing. Either there are always two options. Either one breaks down, immediately starts to complain, thinks about, my life's over, or this opportunity is gone. Or on the other side, the people who react, who initiate something, who directly turn on this mode of, something bad happened, now I have to take a different route. There are always two paths to a decision, but it's important which path you take.
Yeah, that's very true. I think, again, it's a great point that you make, saying that a great way to understand an individual's character is to see them fail, right? To see them lose.
Yeah.
You're able to then see what their reaction is
to different situations.
Yeah, I love that. That being said, Val, I think that's going to wrap it up here. Those are the three questions. We've talked about morals. We've talked about how Val acts on his morals on a daily basis. And then we've talked about accountability. And I'll make up a sheet, a summary sheet. I'll post it up on Instagram for you guys to see. And that's Val. He's our new co-host, so make him feel loved. Make sure you follow him and stay tuned because big things are coming.
Thank you, boys. See you next time.